Hello my friends and welcome to this new practical tutorial, actually the first practical tutorial of this course, so congratulations for putting your hands on machine learning. We're gonna implement some machine learning models and everything will follow an ascending level of difficulty. In level 1, the dataset will be very simple with no data preprocessing to do, and also the model we'll build will be very simple. Then in level 2, you will have more difficult dataset to preprocess, with some more data preprocessing to do. And same, the machine learning models we will build will be more advanced. Actually, they will be gradient boosting models like XGBoost, LightGBM, and CatBoost. We will build all three of these models. And in level 3, well, same, we will have a more difficult data set to preprocess and some more advanced machine learning models to build. But now we're going to start with level 1 with classification, clustering, and regression. And the simplest machine learning model that exists is actually linear regression. And therefore, we're going to start with the regression folder. All right, so you find this, I remind, in the folder that was provided to you in this course. And I remind that in order to access the Colab files like this one, you simply need to have a Google Drive account, therefore a Gmail address. Okay, let's do this. Let's start. We're gonna open our very first file. So you will see that the code is already implemented. But what we'll do, since this is a read-only file, we will copy this file. We will make a copy of this file. And we will delete all the code so that we can recode everything together so that you can really learn how to code. If you just watch me do this, it will be not useful for you. You will not really learn by doing. I want you to learn by doing, so I would like you to code with me. All right? So let's do this. The first thing we have to do, as I've just said, is to make a copy of this file. So here you click Save a Copy in Drive, and a copy will be created in your drive in which you will be able to code your machine learning model. Okay, so there you go, that's your copy. And then, as we said, we're going to remove all the code so that we can recode everything together, right? So make sure to remove only the code cells and not the text cells, because we want to keep the structure of this implementation. All right, so we just delete the code cells, there we go, here as well, here as well, here as well, and finally the last one, these two. Okay, perfect. And now we are going to recode everything together. So let's just have a quick look at the structure. We're building a linear regression model, and we're going to build this model in 3 parts. In part 1, we're going to do the data preprocessing, which will be very simple. As I said, it will be a simple data set with no data preprocessing to do, and that's because we are in level 1 right now. So we're just going to import the data set, then getting separately the inputs and output in separate variables, then create the training set and the test set. And then we're going to move on to part 2, where we're going to build and train the very simple linear regression model. So we will first build it, then train it, and then proceed to the inference, meaning we're going to make predictions using our trained model. And then in part 3, we will evaluate the performance of our model using 2 metrics, the first one being R-squared and the second one adjusted R-squared, which you'll see with Kirill in the intuition lectures. All right, so let's do this. Let's start by importing the dataset, but first, let me show you how to upload the dataset in your Colab file, and then in the next tutorials, we will start the implementation. So to import the dataset, you simply need to click this folder here. Then you need to wait a few seconds connecting to a runtime. There you go. Then you click this little symbol here for upload to session storage. And then you're going to go to the codes and datasets folder that was provided to you in this course. Then you're going to go to level 1, then regression, and then here we go, data.xlsx. You open it, and now it is uploading, and it will appear here in your files. And this is the dataset on which we're going to build our very simple linear regression machine learning model. Okay, there you go. You now have the dataset. I will explain to you what this dataset is about in the next tutorial, where we're also going to start our implementation. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I look forward to starting the implementation in the next tutorial. And until then, enjoy machine learning.